here with us on this early April morning. I, for one, am very glad that the weather has decided to cooperate with us today. As I'm sure you all know, we're here to celebrate the induction of next year's Tower Guard class. My name is Sakari Wilcox, and it's been my honor to serve as Vice President for the Tower Guard class of 2022 to 2023. I've been working to prepare this ceremony along with our advisors and fellow Tower Guard members for the last 2 semesters, and I'm beyond grateful to see you all here today. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations to all of the new Tower Guard inductees. You're here because you have thoroughly demonstrated yourselves to be driven, hardworking, service-oriented, and kind individuals. Moreover, you have proven that each and every one of you deserves a place in the Tower Guard class of 2023 to 2024. Tower Guard is a historical organization and has had a place at MSU since 1934. It was founded by May Shaw, the wife of MSU President Robert Shaw, hence the name of this event. The organization was originally an all-female honor society focused on providing services to students with visual impairments. Despite its changes over the years, it has remained consistent in its dedication to serving our fellow students on campus. Tower Guard's goal is to help ensure that students with disabilities have the resources they need for academic success and well-being here at our university. The volunteering you will do with Tower Guard will consist of providing services to promote accessibility on campus. You will support the Resource Center for Persons with Disabilities by scribing and reading for exams, editing documents to make them more accessible, tutoring, participating in adaptive sports, and more. You will learn, you will connect, and ultimately, you will direct your effort towards ensuring that MSU is a place for everybody. I can remember when I got up, as early as you all did, for my Maze Morning Sing last year. It was a memorable day for me, one which will remain with me long after my time here at MSU has concluded. For my part, I can say that the person I was on that rainy April's day is a much different one from the person in front of you all today. I firmly feel that the time I've spent in Tower Guard has changed me enormously. I'm beyond grateful for the hours I've spent working towards our organization's goal of accessibility, inclusivity, and equity. The knowledge I've gained, the people I've met, and the memories I've made are invaluable, and I hope that you all feel the same upon becoming a member of Tower Guard. Needless to say, the sun is setting on my time here with Tower Guard. However, the warmth it has left in my skin will never leave me. For next year's members, your sun is just now rising. I hope that you will begin to feel its rays by the end of today's celebration. I'd like to give a brief thank you to everybody who has made today possible. Firstly, thank you to our Tower Guard advisors, Kristin Campbell, Ed Timke, Mike Jenkins, and Anna Lair. We appreciate all that you do for Tower Guard immeasurably. Kristin and Anna, thank you both especially for answering my countless questions about Maze Morning Sing. Our ceremony today would not have happened without your guidance. Thank you also to our special guests, Interim President Woodruff, Associate Provost Mark Largent, Dr. Jean Royal, Senior Associate Thomas Yaitzko, and Trustees Kelly Tabay and Diane Byram. We're extremely grateful to have you here today. Thank you to every member of the RCPD staff for all that you do to make MSU a place for every one of us to learn and thrive. Especially, thank you to RCP Director Michael Hudson, Assistant to the Director Becca Wetzel, and to Blind Disability Access Specialist Tessa Freer. Thank you also to this year's Big Sibs. Today's ceremony couldn't have happened without your hard work, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Finally, thank you, inductees, friends, and family members, for being here to celebrate today. I know it's early, but I hope that the events of the day will make your sleepiness worthwhile. The rest of the early morning ceremony will consist of a speech by President Woodruff, an a cappella performance by Capitol Green, and a rose ceremony for new inductees. Afterwards, we'll be walking to the East Lansing Marriott for breakfast. Between 2 and 4 p.m., we'll be holding Beaumont Tower tours for any inductees and family members who are interested. At 4 p.m., we'll be having our formal induction ceremony, and we'll then walk to Bessie Hall for our first new member meeting. I hope that you all enjoy the celebration that we've planned. Once again, congratulations. I'd now like to introduce our second speaker of the day, Dr. Woodruff. Dr. Woodruff is our interim president here at MSU. She previously served as MSU's Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please welcome President Woodruff.
Thank you so much, Sakari. It's really a pleasure to be here with you, and you are such a great representative of all of our Tower Guards. I think many of the current ones are here to my left, so if you're a Tower Guard currently, can you wave? Oh no, not here. There you are. You're back there. I knew you were around here somewhere, so thank you all for your service and learning over this last year. I too remember last year's rainy, snowy, windy Michigan weather in a minute, and we were all together on that early morning, and the spirit inside the union was as strong as it is today. So Sakari, thank you from last year to today for the service that you have given to all of us. I also want to congratulate Mike Hudson. Mike, this is your 32nd Mays Morning Sing. So congratulations not only for that, but for the excellence you have brought to us and the accessibility you have brought to thousands and thousands of Spartans. So please join me in thanking Mike Hudson. I also want to acknowledge our Board of Trustees who are represented today by Trustee Kelly Tebay, and she is a strong leader for students, so thank you for being here. Other leaders were mentioned, and among you is Alan Shaw and Vinnie Gore and Mark Largent and many, many others, and they represent the fact that we as an institution believe in learning and service. So thank you all to all the administrators who also had someone get you up early today and to be here. And I want to also give a special acknowledgement to our parents who are here, who have flown in or driven in from elsewhere. Your support of each of these extraordinary, exemplary young men and women is just really something that we laud, and we thank you for being here. And finally, I guess we're not going to clap parents. Are we going to clap parents? Let's clap parents. And finally, I want to give a special shout out to everyone who had to get one of these inductees out of bed this morning. Well done. I have not heard of a single head being bitten off or, anyone. There might have been a little grousing, but everyone in the end did get up and they did get here to this beautiful site. And so thank you to each of you for your contribution. You really are emblematic of the Spartan spirit, which is that we each go above and beyond for each other. There is never a time when we are asked to do something that we don't step up to the mark, no matter what time, no matter where. So thank you to each of you for taking that brave act of tapping someone on the shoulder and saying it's time to get out of bed. Well, let's clap for that too. Clap. And finally, I would be remiss, Sakari, if I didn't mention we have two prior Tower Guard presidents. Ellie and Emily are here somewhere. Where are they? They held the key prior to you, Sakari, and so they are somewhere in the audience, and they're not waving their hands, so they're over here. Thank you for your past service to Michigan State and to our students. So it really is wonderful to be back in this space. For many of us, this is one of the most important spaces on Michigan State's campus. And in fact, it goes back to our founding. This is the place where our first building, College Hall, stood. And on this foundation was built the Beaumont Tower and then refurbished, and many of you know that story. But the critical feature is this is the place of our founding. This is where it all began, in an old oak forest where there were students that would stream up and come to this hall of learning. The first time that we opened the halls of education to the broadest number of entrants. And I think of that every time I come to Beaumont Tower, which is every day. I walk here to think about those feet who have passed through this part of campus over 165 years, and I cast my thoughts forward to those who will be coming over the next 165 years. This is a sacred space at Michigan State University, and it is appropriate that it is a place that we provide the most access to the most number of entrants, including through our accessibility programs that our Tower Guard is going to enable. This Beaumont Tower has emblemized at the front of it a beautiful picture of a Spartan who is walking on soil that he is sowing. It is emblematic of all of us. And the powerful dynamic of this image is that the seeds that are being sown are of traditional fields, but they are also of cities. It is the way in which Michigan State, through our students, have transformed the world around us. And that is something that will continue under the leadership of this Tower Guard. You also see in the top left corner an owl. An owl is sitting on our book of knowledge, but it is not actually fully seated. Just as every Spartan and every Tower Guard is in motion, this owl is ready to take flight. And that's really what this morning's ceremony really represents, that each of you are ready to take flight. In the upper right is a sun that is both rising and setting, really making us all realize that there are cycles of academic life and there are cycles for each of us. This university has gone through a number of cycles over the last several years, and you as students have had your sun rise and set and then rise and set. And what you have learned over these last 1 or 2 years for many of you, some of you who woke the students up 3 or 4 years, is that every day you learn resilience and you continue to move forward. And that's what our Tower Guard, this sophomore class of entrants, will do for a large number of students. They will allow them to continue in their academic cycles and pursuits and move forward. And then at the bottom, what you'll see is the symbol that I read every morning. Whatsoever, it says, a man soweth, which I interpret as whatsoever we soweth. What is it that we want to sow in the time that we have here? What is that action that we are going to take? And for each of you who are new Tower Guards, your learning and your service is that seed that you will sow of excellence for those around you. And in so doing, you will continue to build a better future for all of us. This morning is a special morning. The sun rises and sets over Michigan State University, and with it, each of you and your leadership. And in just a few moments in the east at 6:58, the sun will rise. And I congratulate each and every one of you for what has led you to be here today. And I thank you for what you will do over the next year. And I'll look forward to seeing you back here 1 year from now, when you have had the great experience of leading this great university forward. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, President Woodruff, for that beautiful speech. We truly value it and your presence here. I would now like to introduce an a cappella group, Capital Green. Capital Green is an award-winning a cappella group that's had a place at our university for over 20 years. Capital Green, whenever you're ready to perform, I invite you to begin.
To a day that's just begun. Sing for mothers and our sons, we sing for the voices never heard. Sing for the lessons we've still not learned. Sing for the peace we've never won. Sing for the work that's still not done. And if on our darkest days we cry, put our fears aside. And if I feel myself begin to fall,
sing for myself,
it's all I know. Sing for myself, it's all I know.
Tragic about you, something so magic about you. Don't you agree? Oh, babe, there's something lonesome about you, something so wholesome about you. Get closer to me. No tired sigh, no rolling eyes, no irony. No who cares, no vacant stares, no time for me. Honey, you're familiar like my mirror years ago. Idealism sits in prison, chivalry fell on its soul. Innocence starts screaming, honey, ask me, I should know. I slithered here from Eden, just sit outside your Babe, there's something wretched about this. Something so precious about this. Oh, what a sin. Honey, you're familiar like my mirror years ago. Idealism sits in prison, chivalry fell on its soul. Shadows when twilight silence falls, flushing deep and softly paling o'er ivy-covered halls. Beneath the pines we'll gather to give our faith so true, sing our love for alma mater.
Okay, the final portion of the ceremony will be a rose ceremony for inductees. In a moment, I'm going to read the new inductees' names. When you hear your name read, please come up, grab a rose, and walk through the welcome line. I'll begin in a moment. Okay, Adrian Alvarado.
Congratulations.
Yerlande Nagiri.
Congratulations.
Alberto Nacarado. Alexia Clark. Alyssa Lemon. Amanda Dermott.
Congratulations.
Amanda Johnson. Angela Kim. Anam Latif. Ava Crumley. Ava Foster. Brianna Austin. Brendan Adamski. Brianna Sharon. Brooke Adams. Kara Dones. Charlotte Miner. Chloe Murray. Sierra Dalton. Connor Wallace. Cooper Kruger. Danielle Okeke. Dale Lincecum. Divya Lakshmi Sudha. Elizabeth Nwagwu. Emily Chand. Emily Knox. Emma Lekniak. Gianna Fiore. Giles Alva. Hayden Schreiber. Haley Pullman. Isabella Suave. Jacqueline Bruce. Jacqueline Lapointe. Jade Nguyen. Jada Goldborn. Jameson Prowler. Jared Frazier. Jessica Rain. Julia Gilchrist. Cameron Mace Rebels. Kate Lawson. Kate Workman. Kylie Henney. Lauren Cherry. Liam Bordoni. Liam Clymer. Leela Vandekeer. Lily Beebe. Lisa Stuckman. Manuel Vallejo. Mary Catoni. Megan Hill. Mia Jones. Mia Reese. Cho Nguyen. Mohammed Hassan. Mutasim Chowdhury. Nate Burke. Nihar Bolareddy. Nolan Lucera. Nabidi Nedi. Owen Webster. Peyton Whitelaw. RJ Kilcher. Ryan Marver. Sarah Coyne. Sasi Vadikuri. Surabi Gangadkar. Sydney Weller. Tamerlyn Bimerat. Thea Willerski. Whitney Byard. Will Burns. William D'Amato. Zachary Sinchcomb. And Zaina McIntyre. Okay, thank you all so much. Again, congratulations. Round of applause. Oh, yes, yeah, walk through. Giles, right? Yeah. Yes, congratulations. We'll now be walking over to the East Lansing Marriott for breakfast and a reception, which will start at 8 a.m. Thank you all.
I don't know, I'm just with my friends up there.
So let's go.
The reason I applied to the Tower Guard program was because I saw they had like an underlying commitment to helping the RCPD, and that assistantship can help me pick up like really essential skills as well as build connections with people. And obviously it's a position of like high honor, and I knew it would be something that I was capable of doing, and it was more of a challenge because it's more of community service and voluntary work. So I took up the challenge, and I went in for it. Even though I had to fill in my application on Super Bowl game day, I was like, no, I'm getting this in, got it in.
I mean, honestly, it was a year-long project, so there was less prep involved during fall semester, but we still were getting started on things at that time. And then during spring semester, things really picked up, and we went through the interview process and graded applications, and then started contacting parents and references. And it was quite a bit, but with the help of the big SIBS committee, it honestly went really smoothly. And I'm very happy with, how the day is going so far and how the process went.
And so how did you feel, standing up there giving your speech? What emotions were you feeling? And how was it writing the speech?
Honestly, it was a very, powerful moment. I was very, speaking kind of is one of those things that just stresses me out quite a bit. And while I was writing the speech, I was very worried about how it would sound as I was, my articulation of it. I was worried about it. But while I was up there, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And I think just the sense of togetherness really made it less intimidating. I felt like I was just having a conversation. And I feel very grateful to have had that opportunity to welcome new inductees.
Yeah, absolutely. And what has been, the last question, what has been your favorite part of kind of being in this position of, the person behind the scenes planning this, just seeing it all come together? What have you enjoyed the most so far?
Honestly, I think it's hard because I like both the planning and the day itself. I think just seeing today has been my favorite because it's really it's a crazy transition to go from, coordinating and emailing to actually being surrounded by families and new inductees. It's been a great day, and seeing the sunrise and everything. I would say this is my favorite part. I'm really enjoying it. From Kristin Campbell and and Timke, both of whom are Tower Guard advisors. Afterwards, Tower Guard President Emily Willerick will be speaking and announcing this year's Tower Guard Service Scholarship recipients. We'll conclude by watching a video presentation by our Tower Guard historian, Agar Gupta. Once again, I'm so sorry. Once again, thank you for being here and celebrating with us. I'd now like to introduce our first speaker, Kristin Campbell. Please welcome Kristin.
All right, good morning. Tower Guard inductees, families, good morning, and thank you for being here at this a little less crazy hour. We still have coffee, so please help yourself. I'm Kristin Campbell, the Leadership Development Coordinator over at the Resource Center for Persons with Disabilities, or the RCPD. I'm also the faculty advisor to Tower Guard. I love being able to be a part of both programs and help facilitate a seamless partnership between the two. Inductees, you'll soon learn it all, but here's some minor background on the RCPD. For over 50 years, RCPD has helped make connections, find supports, and guide MSU students to both their academic and personal success. RCPD's mission is to maximize abilities and opportunities for full participation by persons with disabilities. The work that Tower Guard members do is felt by all of RCPD's staff and students and is appreciated every day and every year. Not only do I experience Tower Guard and their work through the eyes as their advisor, but also as a Tower Guard alum myself. Seeing how this organization has overcome and grown through the years, welcoming new technologies, survived through a pandemic, and come together as a community has proven that Tower Guard is an ongoing Spartan tradition since 1934 and is something that I am incredibly proud to have been a part of. The mission of Tower Guard is to serve all students with disabilities, making MSU a more welcoming and accessible home to all students. During your time at Tower Guard, you will partner with the RCPD to assist students with disabilities in various ways, scribing for exams, creating more accessible textbooks, one-on-one tutoring, and a multitude of other opportunities. Along with the nuts and bolts of Tower Guard, students will also get to experience different social events sponsored by the organization and other RCPD clubs where they can make connections with their fellow Spartans, both as students and young adults. I encourage you all to join this organization ready to learn, bring new ideas to the table, and help us foster an accessible and kind environment for all Spartans. On behalf of the RCPD, welcome Tower Guard class of 2023-2024, and thank you for your passion for helping others and leaving a mark on the Spartan community and legacy. Thank you, and go Green.
Thank you so much, Kristin. I will now invite our next speaker, Ed Timke. Please welcome Ed.
Hello, can you hear me okay? I'm going to try to stay away. So good morning, Tower Guard members, new inductees, alums, colleagues, family, and friends. Welcome again to this important tradition. My name is Ed Timke. I am a relatively new faculty member in advertising and PR. I'm also an MSU alum and a Tower Guard alum. And I served in Tower Guard, and I can't believe it's this long, but from 2000 to 2001. And so today we're celebrating a remarkable Tower Guard community, which for the last 89 years has fostered a spirit of service, inclusivity, and a drive to build a more equitable campus and society for people with disabilities and their allies. And so I was joking before coming up here that I'm holding you up from your nap. So I am an academic and I talk a lot, so I'm going to share a couple of stories, a couple of important points, and then we'll move on to the important scholarships, and then enjoying the beautiful, I won't say the word that rhymes with ring because winter might come back, but enjoy the beautiful ring day outside. But it feels like yesterday, but 23 years have passed since my induction into Tower Guard. So when I returned as a faculty member in August, it was a dream to be back to campus. So part of it is kind of, and I get very emotional, but it was surreal to be on the other side. I started my first class in Berkey Hall, and that's where I actually started teaching my first class. So I started in college and was back there. But it was even more amazing to be asked to serve as one of Tower Guard's advisors. And so over the years, and I tell this, I mean, even anyone who is an alum of MSU, you're going to bump into other alums throughout your life. And you might talk in an airport, you might talk in a cafe, it's because we're wearing a hat. But I bumped into Tower Guard alums over the years. And one thing that we all sort of say is that we are thrilled to have this opportunity and the privilege to be part of this legacy. We might not necessarily serve in the same year, but we can kind of share these stories of being part of this big community that we have. And so, not to be too corny, but I think Tower Guard is the jewel in the crown of MSU, and there's this pride that comes with being in this community. So, in preparing these words for today, I kept thinking back to my May morning sing experience. I actually don't really remember the fake story that got me to Beaumont Tower, but I remember the two people who recruited me, Laura and Christina. I was running around ragged in James Madison College trying to figure out what this whole college thing was all about. I was from a small town in Wisconsin, and I didn't realize that they were recruiting me, but I eventually did figure it out. Because back then, the interviews, we didn't know we were being interviewed. We actually, I was already friends with these two folks, and they kept saying, oh, I'm reading these books on tape. We actually used to have to sit there with a tape recorder and hit these buttons, and thankfully technology has progressed since then. And I was like, this is really cool. And some of you far away might not be able to see it. I'm hearing disabled. But at the time, I didn't admit it. I didn't want to admit it. I was sort of overly proud and trying to not talk about it, but I always wanted to help others who may have different abilities. So fast forward a couple of months after I met Laura and Christina, and they said they needed me to help them with like a broken down car or something. And they said, we need to meet at Beaumont Tower very early. And I'm like, that seems a little suspicious. I don't know why, but fine, okay. I didn't think there was a parking lot near there. And so I showed up, and luckily they gave me a little forewarning, so I didn't, show up with wild bedhead. But I showed up with other students who were sort of confused. Like, why am I here? What's going on? And there were pajamas and that bed-haired, tousled hair. And then I realized that it wasn't an urgent situation for a car, but it was something mischievously good that was happening. And they said, we gotcha, and welcome to Tower Guard. So I don't know if this was some formal test of dedication, but I think it revealed a certain ethos of care, community, allyship, and service that makes this organization so special. So no matter what year you joined Tower Guard, you are part of a community that makes a difference. And we stand together across time and space to create a more inclusive world and an inclusive campus. So whether or not you have a disability, Tower Guard shows us that we have a responsibility to be allies with those who may face discrimination and barriers as they go throughout their lives. So now I proudly proclaim being disabled. It took a few years, but I know that disability is not a dirty word. It's something to be proud of, and it's a community where we come together and we want to be treated with fairness and respect, just like anyone else. And we can and should embrace our differences, and that's what makes us all unique and important, and that's why this organization is so important. So I promise I'm getting to the end. I promise only 6 minutes. But every single action counts. Getting up early for some random, weird, wild excuse. And I recommend that you write this down so you actually remember that excuse later, when you are in the same shoes 20, 23 years from now. But Tower Guard shows us that we all play a part in creating a more just society. As Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. And Tower Guard really embodies this spirit by bringing people together to act and press for what's right, to create opportunities, access, and to give resources so people can bring their best selves to what they want to do at MSU and beyond. So this is where I'm going to get academic in conclusion. So Tower Guard can be called what literary scholar Benedict Anderson called an imagined community. That's basically, it's a group of people with a common set of experiences that even though they're not in the same place or the same time, they feel connected to one another in that community. So we Tower Guard members share the experiences like getting up at the crack of dawn, studying with and getting to know students with disabilities, building floats for our homecoming parade, fundraising in the rain, running through the rain, and then also spreading the good word about what this organization is about. And so as we pass on this torch to the next class, so I don't want to steal the thunder from this class and passing the torch on, but we need to remember that we're all part of this community that spans generations, and we'll all be connected for generations to come. So congratulations to the newest cohort of Tower Guard members. It's wonderful to have you join this community. We're fighting that good fight for accessibility, belonging, and inclusion. But I'd also like to honor those who come before, those who are here with us today, and also think about those who will be here next year and the years to come. And so, just like Helen Keller said, we've achieved so much, but we have a lot more that we can do, and we have a lot more that we'll do in the years to come. So I'll stop there so we can get to these scholarships, right? It's really exciting to give money and to award things, but thank you for being here, and go Green.
That was outstanding. Thank you so much, Ed. Inductees, I hope you see that you have amazing advisors to look forward to. Okay, I will now hand the mic over to Emily, our current Tower Guard president, to give a short speech and announce the scholarship recipients. Please welcome Emily.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to May's Morning Sing. My name is Emily Willerick, and I am the outgoing president of MSU Tower Guard. I'm so honored and excited to welcome you all here today. You have all been chosen for this prestigious organization because we know that you will work hard to serve the mission of Tower Guard and make a difference on our beautiful campus. A year ago, I was sitting in these same seats as you, exhausted from waking up at the crack of dawn, while also excited to begin this journey as a member of Tower Guard. I knew that I would get good experience and maybe have fun in Tower Guard, but I never expected to learn so much, meet so many people, and receive so many opportunities. Because of Tower Guard, I was able to participate in the homecoming parade, tutor RCPD students, watch the sunset from Beaumont Tower, and help put together the Shamrock 5K, just to name a few of my favorite experiences from the year. Similarly to many of you, I was first introduced to Tower Guard when I was on my tour of MSU at 16 years old. I never knew that that short spiel from a tour guide would impact my MSU experience so much. From Tower Guard, I have grown as a leader, as a community member, and as an individual overall. And I'm sure that the rest of the Tower Guard class could say the same. Being a part of Tower Guard is a unique experience that only a handful of Spartans get to experience. You will have the opportunity to impact this campus in a beautiful way by working with those with disabilities. You will get to interact with students and other community members that have different experiences with accessibility, and it will truly open your eyes to the inaccessibility of the world around you. As you begin your journey as a member of Tower Guard, I encourage you all to learn more about MSU RCPD and figure out what accessibility means to you. I want to thank our wonderful leadership team at RCPD and our Tower Guard advisors, including Mike Jenkins, Mike Hudson, Ed Timke, Kristin Campbell, and Anna Lair. I also want to thank our Vice President Sakari for putting this whole event together. And to the rest of the 2022-23 Tower Guard class, thank you for working so hard this year and for allowing me to lead this organization that I have grown to love so much. To the incoming Tower Guard class, I encourage you all to take advantage of every opportunity that this organization brings you, because the time goes by way faster than you could ever expect. I'm sad to be done with my role, but I know that I'm passing on the torch to a great group of student leaders. If you ever have any questions about Tower Guard, please feel free to reach out. Congratulations again, and as always, go Green. recipients of the 2023 Tower Guard Service Scholarship. This scholarship has been awarded to outstanding Tower Guard members for over 10 years. It recognizes individuals who have put in extra effort and demonstrated leadership as a member of Tower Guard. This year we are awarding 5 students with the Tower Guard Service Scholarship, and those individuals are Agram Gupta, Devanji Dioris, Delaney Flavin, Emily Willerick, and Morgan Willis. Congratulations to 5 of them.
Thank you so much, Emily, and congratulations to the scholarship recipients. We will conclude by watching a presentation made by our Tower Guard historian, Agram Gupta. This video showcases what our Tower Guard class has accomplished over the last year, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you, Agram, for that outstanding video. With that, this portion of May's Morning Sing has ended. However, please remember that the celebration is not over. Please feel free to come back to Beaumont Tower between 2 and 4 for tower tours, and remember that we'll be having our formal induction ceremony at 4. There will be a new member meeting beginning around 4:30, which is intended for inductees. Stick around if you'd like to chat or have questions, but otherwise I'll see you all later. Thank you so much.
So for May's Morning Sing, I was there at 5 a.m. to help set up, and then I had the opportunity to help manage the premises. So I helped guide all of the parents to where they needed to sign up. I helped guide all of the students to the sign-up tables, and just was one of the first faces that they saw when they came in. So it was a lot of fun getting to greet them and get to see everybody's reaction when they found out that they were inducted into Tower Guard.
And so this is kind of like a full circle moment. You know, we were just here a year ago. So how are you feeling? Like, what are the emotions?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's bittersweet, because I am so excited to see the people that I got to interview, and I got to see them now they're inducted, and so it's so fun to get to see that. But it's sad to see that my time in Tower Guard is coming to an end. I have enjoyed it so much. I have done so much. I've been a part of everything I possibly can, and it's really emotional to know that I'm not going to have that next year, because I've met a lot of people and I've made a lot of friends, and I felt like I've just grown so much. But I can't wait for all of these new inductees to feel that same type of impact that I got.
And welcome to the induction ceremony. We're going to keep this quick, and then after this we're going to walk over to Bessie Hall where we'll have the first member meeting for all the inductees. So we're going to start by reading the 4 pillars, which is 4 corners, which is what Tower Guard prides itself on. And then we'll light our candles, and all together we're going to read the Tower Guard pledge, and then that will conclude this induction ceremony. Okay, for the 4 corners we start with leadership. Leadership is not defined by position, nor is it guaranteed trait of one who has won an election. It is indeed a lifestyle, something that one must demonstrate on a daily basis through each interaction, whether it is great or small. The truly great leader does not lead by force or power, but by example. By this example, the leader offers confidence to the group, creating an environment in which human development can be facilitated. Leadership is at times a lonely lifestyle, requiring the ability to admit mistakes, to ask questions that others are afraid to ask, and to put others before one's own personal welfare. The evidence of truly great leadership can be found only when a group is unable to name their leader and each member takes pride in their contribution to the overall success of the group.
The next corner is scholarship. Scholarship is a commitment one has made to improve his or herself academically. This commitment shows up on paper, but is expressed within oneself. The motivation for excellence should not be evident only in the classroom, but in all aspects of everyday life.
The next corner is service. Service is an unselfish gift from the heart, a sparkle of hope for people in need. It sets the foundation of character and leadership throughout one's life. Giving of oneself can greatly impact the community, but it can also give the realization that he or she can make a difference. And quoted by Albert Einstein, only a life lived in service to others is worth living.
And the last corner is character. The final pillar of Tower Guard, character is reflected in all other pillars combined. Through goodness and strength, this group gives itself unselfishly in community service. Through strong will and devotion, we seek to excel in academics, and through courage and personality, we ask others to follow in our footsteps. Now, everyone turn on their lights, candles, And all together we will read the Tower Guard Pledge. As a pledge of Tower Guard, who has been selected from this freshman class for this honor, I aspire to uphold its standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. I will strive to fulfill the hopes for accomplishment the Tower Guard held in choosing me. As a member, I will try to uphold the principles
and forward the endeavors of the ideals of progressive and inspiring humanity. In consideration of my society and of my honor, I shall ever work for the advancement and recognition of my school, Michigan State University.
Congratulations, y'all, and now we will walk over to Bessie Hall where we will have cake and the first member meeting. Tower take waters that are at the base of the tower if you want. And then we're 108. You can grab a wall.
It's like 90 degrees. Like, I don't know what.